Hi everyone, it's Marianne and welcome to my Oasis Life. For today's video, let's play a fun plant game. Thank you so much for joining me today, and if you're new to my channel, My Oasis Life is where I take you along my plant journey and also share some of my beginner tips and tricks for houseplants and sustainable lifestyle. But for today's video, we're gonna do something a little bit different and fun. I got tagged by Plant Mama Tatiana on the tag game, The Plant That Best Represents Me. I first met Tatiana over at TikTok. She's one of the top creators of plant TikTok, and she also have recently started her YouTube channel, and she has such an amazing, bubbly, adorable personality. I'm pretty sure you would love her, so if you haven't checked her out yet, I will link her channel up here and down in the description. Make sure you watch her videos. So your first guess is probably I would choose pothos for this, but I kind of would mix it up a little bit and not to be too predictable, so I chose a different plant for my collection, and it's the Hoya carnosa tricolor, aka the Hoya Crimson Queen. And as the name suggests, it is a tricolor plant. It has white, pink, and green leaves, and most of its green leaves have white variegation on the outside. It has thick, succulent leaves, and I'm also thick. And one of the main things I love about this plant, it is very beautiful and elegant, but it's actually a very low maintenance plant. And kind of like me, I'm all about the hashtag aesthetic, but I also like to keep it minimal and functional and on a budget. Because it is in this large pot, this is about an 8-inch size pot, I water this every once a month. The care for Hoya is very different depending on the varieties that you have. But if you have any variety that is a Hoya carnosa, you treat it like a succulent when it comes to water and lighting. So for this one, I only water it once a month, and I also give it bright indirect light, but not too much light because it will cause leaf burn, especially for the white leaves of this plant. And what I like about this as well when it comes to its leaf, the pink variegation actually stays quite a bit long. As you can see, this one has been pink for quite a while, and as the pink fades to white, it creates this beautiful gradient. Like this one are the brand new leaves, so this is like very dark pink, and it becomes very light until it becomes the white leaves over here. But some of the leaves do just come out white and they're over here, but this one is probably the first one to die out because it is white variegation. It doesn't have the ability to photosynthesize, but compared to other plants that has white variegation, this white leaves actually last quite a bit long. So this is what I love about this plant as well. It is very hardy and very resilient, just like me. It doesn't take a lot to make this plant happy. It doesn't require a lot of attention, but it gives so much. And Hoyas are known to be slow growers, but this one, it does grow slowly compared to my other plants, but you could see the growth. This one is probably already twice its size since I bought it last fall. And this one, you can have it trailing or you could have it up a trellis like this one. I created this white trellis just using coil wire, and it was very easy to do. It's literally, I cut a coil wire, attach it on one side, looped it, and attach it on the other side, and wrap the vines around it. I'm not even going to do a tutorial on it because it's very easy to do. It's just as I explained. It doesn't take a lot to make this plant happy. It doesn't require a lot of attention. So kind of like me, I don't like being ignored, but I also don't like a lot of attention. I want people to pay attention to me when I need their attention, but I also don't want too much attention, if you know what I mean. Oh wait, hold up. That was so cringy. You probably rolled your eyes the same time as I did because, girl, you're on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Chasing cloud and seeking approval of strangers is what you're here for. What do you mean you don't like the attention? So what I'm really just trying to say is I like my personal space, and that's it. And I just want the right amount of attention. So kind of like this plant. And for the Hoya carnosa Crimson Queen, and I believe this is true for most Hoyas, they don't like getting repotted. So this is actually still in the same soil that I have gotten it. I do fertilize the soil. I have added eggshells in it to just replenish the nutrients, but I haven't repotted this Hoya at all. Not that it prefers to be root bound, but it can handle being root bound. So unless your Hoya carnosa tricolor shows signs that it really needs to be repotted, like a lot of yellowing leaves, a lot of drying leaves, and you could really see the roots coming out, then there's really no need to repot your Hoya carnosa tricolor. It would be better to keep them in the soil that they're in. But if you want to repot your Hoya carnosa tricolor, It is an epiphytic plant, so it does prefer a very well draining soil. But if you do have to repot this, this is an epiphytic plant, so it does prefer a very well aerated, well draining soil, so lots of perlite or vermiculite, and something that is probably similar to an orchid bark mix. That would be the best for a Hoya carnosa tricolor. So kind of in the same vein, I am pretty much a homebody even before this whole COVID quarantining thing. I like pretty much staying at home. I don't go out unless I have to. I'm the person who gets happy when plans are canceled. So I get to stay home and just watch Netflix or take care of my plants. Yeah, so that's what me and this Hoya carnosa tricolor have in common. And as I've seen from other plant YouTubers who collect Hoyas or have Hoyas, you have seen their Hoyas flower. Mine hasn't flowered yet. A Hoya needs to be mature, at least 3 years old, before it starts flowering. When I got this, it looks pretty mature, so I was guessing when I got this, it was at least a year old, and I have this for almost a year now. So I think this plant is almost 2 years old. So if it doesn't flower for me this year, I'm hoping that it will start flowering by next year. And one trick to actually get the Hoya to flower is to put it in a little bit of stress by not watering it as often. So in a similar fashion, I work best under pressure, and at the last minute, I haven't shaken that habit from college. And while I'm a big advocate for preparation and planning, but sometimes my best work do come out when it's the last minute and I'm under pressure. But yeah, so this is the Hoya Crimson Queen, the plant that best represents me. I'm not going to talk about the propagation of this plant because I haven't really propagated my Hoya Crimson Queen. I have propagated my Hoya Kerrii. If you haven't checked that video out yet, I'll link it up here and also down in the description. When I propagate plants, it's usually I have the intention to sell that propagation. I don't intend to sell my Hoya Crimson Queen just because this plant is easily accessible. I was going to do a video on starter Hoyas. I might still do it, but I'm not sure when I'll get to do it. But there are other Hoya lovers and enthusiasts that could probably tell you which Hoyas you should get if you're a beginner. I know Lesia is currently doing, I don't know if it's a series, but she's doing several videos on Hoyas, like unique Hoyas, easy care Hoyas, Hoyas that beginners should stay away from, Hoyas that are great for beginners. So if you haven't checked Lesia out, I'll link her channel also up here and down in the description as well. So go check her out if you want to learn more about Hoyas, especially the ones that are great for beginners. But yeah, so that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks again, Tatiana, for the tag. I'm not going to tag anyone specifically to do this challenge, but for anyone who's watching this video who wants to do this tag, consider yourself tagged. Please create a video, tag me on it. I would love to watch it, or even just share it down in the comments. What do you think is the plant that best represents you? And tell me why. I'll be very interested to know and see what types of plants people choose. But yeah, so thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new here, I hope you subscribe. I come up with houseplants and sustainable lifestyle videos every week. And if you haven't yet, go check out these videos out here until my next one. But until then, I see you. I appreciate you. Take care of yourself and each other and have a plentiful day. Bye!